Perform this activity, you'll stand about 7 to 10 inches away from the wall, and then using one or both hands, you'll put your hands on the wall and then reach up at about a 45-degree angle while imagining your shoulder blades reaching up and around your rib cage. You then pause from this position and then lower slowly. Reaching up, imagining your shoulder blades reaching up and around your rib cage. Pausing briefly at the top, then lowering slowly. As you go through your reps, try to use as minimal effort as possible, not forcing any motion, and simply reinforcing the cue of reaching with the shoulder blades. A few different cues that you can use to visualize this are imagining that the lower angle of the shoulder blade is attached to the elbow via a string, and then think about as you're reaching up with the arm, that string pulling from elbow to shoulder blade so that lower part of the shoulder blade comes up and around. Another cue you can think of is staying wide through the shoulders throughout the duration of your reach. This will make sure that you don't compress the scapula toward the spine too early in the motion. And yet another cue that you can use as well is imagining reaching from the armpit as opposed to the shoulder blade or arm. This allows you to visualize moving that shoulder joint in space at the point where the upper arm meets the shoulder blade. Again, you can do this with one arm or two at a time, going as high as you can without forcing any motion. When performing this activity, make sure that as you're reaching up, you don't incline the rib cage back, obviously, but at the top, you should have to allow some degree of elevation of the upper rib cage, head, and neck to be able to allow to get the arms fully overhead. Another note here is to not be afraid to let the shoulder girdles elevate as you come to about 90 degrees of shoulder flexion and beyond. That's going to be normal. What you want to make sure of as you do this is that you don't elevate and squeeze in, but instead elevate and stay wide.